What up, YouTube? Marcus Crockett here with another video. And there are three things that we do within our company to make sure that we are always paid, right? And these are three things that you can implement into your company to make sure that you're always paid. There have been instances where we've had to go through each and every step, and eventually, you know, we always get paid. But here goes the three things. So number one, and I'll make number one, there'll be two parts to number one. So number one, you want to make sure that you are consistent when you are sending out your invoices, right? So if you're on a net 30, which we are, all of our accounts operate. Well, no, we just picked up one that's on a net 15. But anyways, if you're on a net 30, meaning you're going to get paid in 30 days, you want to be consistent with send your payments or send your invoices out on the first, and then you can expect to be paid the following first. So if you send it out February 1st, meaning your invoice, you send your invoice February 1st, expect your payment or the due date to be on March 1st. And then that way that your customer knows exactly, okay, by the first of the month, I need to make my payment. Keep it that way throughout the year. The other thing is make it easy for them to make payments, right? Make it easy. So if you're using an online portal such as QuickBooks or Square, there's options on there where they can set up their payments to come out automatically. There's a way that they can pay it with a debit card, credit card, or ACH. You want to give them as many forms to make their payments as possible, right? I think that was the two parts to number one, right? And then so number two is if, let's say the first is already passed, right? It's already passed. You want to have in your contract that if it reaches 3 days, 5 days, 10 days, whatever it is that you deem necessary, that there will be a late fee that will be assessed. If we don't receive our payment by this date, there's a late fee that will be assessed. Usually you're going to get your payment before the due date. So very rarely does that even happen where it gets to the point where you have to charge a late fee, but you want to have that extra protection in there just in case. And then lastly, you don't really want to do this, but at this point, the customer has actually voided the contract, right? They voided the contract because they failed to pay. So what I've done, right, is I'll wait maybe, I think I have to look at our contracts, but I want to say they have like up until the 5th to pay. If they haven't paid by the 5th and the 6th come around, we don't show up. And we are not going to show up and clean their office, right? And mind you, there is constant communication going on. There's emails being sent out. There's in a lot of cases, you know, I do have a lot of the office managers, account managers, I have their personal phone numbers. So we text, we send out emails. They know. And if it gets to the point where we're not showing up, it's more so because our services, our business getting paid, it's kind of like pushed on the back burner and we're not really being prioritized, right? So I have to make them understand, like, hey, this is a priority. So lastly, we won't show up. Now, when you don't show up, expect to get a phone call the next day wondering why no one showed up, right? And then you can just let them know, hey, we haven't showed up because according to the contract, yada, 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 we have not been paid, so on and so forth. 9 times out of 10, you will receive a payment that day because they have a business to run. They have customers or clients to tend to, and it's a poor representation of their business when people walk in and things aren't clean, right? So those are the three things. But guys, like I always say, I'm always going to be dropping jewels. Make sure you're in position to pick them up. You get there by liking, commenting, and subscribing to the channel. My name is Marcus Crockett, and I will catch you in the next one. Peace.